What's going on, everybody? What's up, Troyan Army? It's Daktroyan here. Today I'm here with a guest. You might know him in Pocket Legends. His name is Slame Society, but a lot of them go by...
I go by SAO or SAO Austin, which is the main character that I'm usually on.
Yeah, that's basically what you play on. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about something very fucking stupid that's going on. Anyways, so, you know how everybody's been talking about all the pure stats and SDS has ruined PL with all of the pure stats?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, for sure.
I think straight up that SDS completely ruined the game ever since after 77 cap. Because that was the last time I enjoyed the game. When they brought 80 and 85...
I enjoyed PvP during 77 cap because it was actually balanced. A bear, first of all, you could hybrid. You could hybrid as a mage, bear, or a bird, regardless of what class. Fox was a viable class. Rhino was trash still. But a bird could beat a pally still. Because everybody continued to use Swift because the elite bow set was better at the blind compared to the Lust bow set at 77.
Right.
So people kept Swift and kept Lust. But a Dex bear and a Strength bear could beat a pally. A Dagger bird and a Bow bird could beat a pally.
A Dagger Fox could eat anything.
Oh yeah, because there was what was that dude's name? His name was Flaggy. He could kill me. I was a pally during 77.
Yeah, Flaggy and Ibe and me were all the top 77 Foxes back then. We were the top ones. And Flaggy, he could literally murder anybody in 1 second.
80 cap, I can't really say anything about because, like I've told several people, Mage is my favorite PvP class.
Right.
It takes this cap, it takes the most skill to do. During 77, not so much because you could be a strength mage.
Right.
But ever since 80 cap came out, you had to be, you had to play your class. Except for 85, where everybody went Dex to use the blaster. Because it was like a 2 or 3 shot.
Now this
which never got patched.
I gotta add is that everyone hates on Fox, yet have they ever used the Fox? Do they even know how fucking hard it is to use?
Fox? Well, PvP-wise, no. Fox in PvE is absolute fucking ass cheeks. Because I asked Chance, which is dramatized in-game.
He's full also, isn't he?
My Fox's name was Skiosafret. And all I did, I made my first 6 mil on a Fox. farming no less fucking 25 gear. Crystalline, Earth, and Onyx. Those are the only gear that I farmed.
That was back when it first came out in 2013, correct?
What, Fox? Fox came out in 2012.
2012 or 2013?
It came out during 76 cap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I made Kakarot back then, and I was a cop Fox, and that was just ridiculous. Because back then, Fox was usable. Now, STS has completely made it obsolete. Every time I log into my game, and I see my Fox, I literally want to fucking vomit.
Well, I understand that every time you make a new cap or you make new gear for PvP, there's always going to be one class that's underpowered than the rest. Maybe 1 or 2 classes that are underpowered.
Yeah, but the Rhino, the Rhino has been the most underpowered for fucking how many years? And they just decided to make it 100 cap, just make it the fucking god.
Well, the thing is, the reason why Rhino's overpowered, it's not the stats that the set gives you, it's the fact of the skills that it has. It has 4 buffs, a dodge buff, a hit chance buff, an armor buff, and a damage buff. And then on top of that, it has a taunt, like, it looks like the taunt that a bear would use, but it debuffs dodge. At level 100, if you max it out to 10, it debuffs dodge by like 40-something%. And then on top of that, you only have 4 skills that do damage.
Right.
And one of those skills, you have a drain combo in there. So you have, on top of the buffs that you have a debuff. You have another debuff, which is, what's the name of that one? The one that's blue and has lightning through it. I can't remember what it's called.
Redemption?
Yeah, Redemption debuffs hit percentage too, but it also damages.
You mean the...
Unlike Bear, where you use Hellscream that debuffs, but doesn't do any damage.
What? So basically, everybody has gone to Rhino, so every time you enter a fucking 100 PvP game, if someone automatically loses, like, for example, let's call out Kush. Let's call out him. Because he can't win a fucking one-on-one unless he's a fucking Rhino.
No, he can't win. can't even win a one-on-one versus my Rhino because I have a pure stat two-handed Rhino.
Right.
And I made that just specifically for people who want to use the overpowered class.
Right.
I don't play on it often. Like I said, I only use it for people that want to continue to use Rhino.
Everybody told me to make a Rhino. I'm like, I made a Rhino, but I'm not going to fucking use it. I hope you guys know that. It's just broken.
I farmed him. He's a two-handed Rhino. I have a two-handed. I farmed him 5-2 on my Rhino.
Right.
So, for him to think that he's good as a Rhino and to continue to play that class without playing any other classes because he cries about it, because he already faced my bear, lost 10-7, and refuses, and that was with his bird, and now he refuses to face my mage v mage 4-piece set. I understand people, two-handed gives you an advantage. Yes, it does. As a person who has 4 of pure stats, mage, bird, bear, and rhino, I know that they're overpowered. But I won't use them if I challenge somebody to a 1v1. I'll say 4-piece set. But if you're going to back down and talk shit, too, at the same time, you can't. I'm sorry, but you cannot talk shit backing down from a 1v1 when someone challenges you when you both have the same advantage. I understand that at the end of the day, every single level of PvP in the game is based around, who gets the crit, who gets the dodge, who hits, the best damage, and whoever hits their skills first. But more than likely, it's going to be luck, who dodges first, who hits what, if you hit, as a mage, if you hit your drain, because drain, out of all the skills, does the most damage.
Right.
And it gives you your health back.
But you got to think about it. Back before they released the Xmas update, like Cassio, you and him and Vinsmoke, when you hit that MS and you have the pure stat gun, your mana goes down pretty fucking quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. The mage is really squishy. A 4-piece set can still be a two-handed mage.
Yeah.
Two-handed mage before the Christmas update came out.
Right.
You can beat a 4-piece. You can beat a two-handed mage with a 4-piece set because the mana. First of all, mana goes down really fast. Bird 2-shots you with Shadow Blast or Armor Break Blast if both hit, and mage can nuke you. If they dodge enough, they can nuke you with the regular mage combo that you would use as a 4-piece versus 4-piece.
Right.
Ice Drain, Lightning, Fire, or a lot of people nowadays use Drain, Ice, Lightning, Fire first. So it's like now with 4K, which makes no sense because you had what was it, like 2,500 DPS in Arena before Christmas update. Now it's over 4,500, and you're hitting. If you take into account the armor that the sets have, that reduces it down to only a 2,200 crit. Between 2,000 and 2,700, because I've seen a 2,700 hit by a Rhino.
Yeah.
Rhino's already overpowered.
That's literally what Chris last night, he told me to join his game. He wanted to show me something. And I have full gear on my Fox. And he fucking one-shots me. One auto and it kills me. I'm like, they just broke PvP for life. Like,
well, that's what I understand. Because he was trying to fix the pet update, the pet buff.
Yeah, people said they were going to nerf it. I mean, not nerf it. They were going to debuff it. They said they were
for the pure stats. When you equipped before the Christmas update, when you equipped it or equip a pure stat weapon with Dev or Psycho, you get the HP buff and you get the armor buff. But
right.
What you do get with the pure stat a little bit is a little bit of damage. Not much. Not even maybe less than 100. But you don't get the 2,500 or 2,000 damage that you get when you're using a 4-piece set. But what it seems like he did, is he buffed the DPS and the damage output on pure stat weapons that he didn't account for PvP having that. So that's why I think they're over 4,000 DPS now on Mage and Bird, but I think Rhino's 3,000. I know. Yeah, is Rhino 3,000 or is it 5,000? I'm not sure.
Rhino is 5,000 right now.
It's like 5,555 or something like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I don't think he took it because it took him what? This pure stats started being overpowered. What, a little bit? Or actually, no. It was during Halloween, wasn't it? Or was it the beginning of Halloween?
Beginning of Halloween because they released the Hemis. The Hemis and the pure stats.
Hemis were overpowered, ridiculously overpowered. Well, Hemis aren't even that overpowered, but with the new update, they probably can still match up to two-handed.
They could probably do it, because I've seen a lot of people with the Hemi guns as a Rhino take down a pure gun with Rhino.
So he didn't take into account the PvP stats that would change, unless he intentionally did it. I mean, he could, for all we know, have intentionally done it, but he knows that would have ruined PvP even more than it already has been. So, as you can't ruin PvP. PvP is a big base now.
I mean, PvP is basically the only thing keeping PL alive at this point, and they're
endgame is.
Yeah.
Well, endgame and what is it, 20, 25?
25 and 35 right now seem to be the most active. Some people say that 56 is back, but I have not seen any games.
So everybody knows that I don't swing PvP. I've told people that several times.
Right.
Endgame. So I play to grind out, capping, grinding out gear to be able to farm, regardless of what the gear is. Doing what I want to do to, using all aspects of the game to be able to have fun. I don't get on like Chaotix. Chaotix always gets on. He doesn't farm. He always gets on PvPs, and then he'll get off. He doesn't farm. He doesn't merge.
He farmed back in 80 cap. I remember he used to farm Magger.
Yes, but he was farming for gear, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't farm for gear because he has all this gold to buy gear, so there's no point in him farming.
Right.
But I farm to have fun, to buy gear, to buy, vanity since everything is now tradable, and to be able to have all around, good fun in the game. But I can't do that anymore because, first of all, space-time is absolute trash for drops. You could do, I did the whole entire 100 quest on my bird when I first capped it. The first character I capped was I'm Jacob. And I did the whole entire 100 quest on it, which is 50 runs because you get 2 pieces per run because you have to kill individual bosses.
Right.
And I did the whole entire quest, didn't get a single piece of any, term, Altam.
Yeah, and then you get these fucking randoms who join in, and they drop in a Fanam one. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So the drop rates there are absolute garbage. And considering the time it takes to run those maps is I think it's...
You're basically saying that by the time that you drop something, you're basically watching paint dry. That's basically what you're watching.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand if you added, let's say, something that people want. Let's say we've already suggested the whole, new starry colors, new holos, new dragon sets. I could understand if you added something like that and it could take forever to drop. That's what happened during 76 cap. We had the starries added in that could only be farmed in an elite map that required teamwork. So you needed maybe 2 mages, 3 mages, and I didn't like bears in mine specifically for me. That's my point of view because I didn't like them. They didn't do much damage. So it was 3 mages and 2 birds, or 2 mages and 3 birds, because I was a good pally, and I was a pally during 76 and 77. So you didn't heal as much, but you didn't take as much damage.
Right.
So I mean, we had two mages or 3 mages and 2 birds or 3 birds. So it took me the first time when it first dropped, when the blue starry, pink starry, and yellow starry came out during 76 cap. It took me a full 24 hours of nonstop farming if you add up all the days together, or more, to be able to drop 1 piece, or to even see 1 piece drop, one starry drop.
Right.
And that's the type of grinding that I want. I understand, yeah, people are not going to like it, but that's the grinding that a lot of people want again, because everybody loves to be able to grind for a specific item. It's I've capped 7 level 100s. 7 level 100s. That's 1.3 or 1.35 million XP per level 100.
Yeah.
From 85 to level 100. That's 1.35 million XP on top of the 700 pieces worth of quests.
Yep.
You have the 50 quest, the 100 quest, the 150 quest and 200 quest, and then another 100 quest on top of that in AE, which is Asylum Earth.
Right.
Then you have another 100 quest when you get to Space Time Studios, which you can really just ignore, which is what I usually do, unless they add something to where you actually have to finish that quest to unlock another map, which actually would make sense, but you know. But that's okay. 7 times what? 1.3 million. Let's say 7. 9. That's 9.1 million XP right there.
Yeah.
I understand the XP orbs, but that's still a lot of XP.
That's a lot of XP, and that's not even taking into account the luck that drops from XP orbs. Like, you could drop a pink every time.
The first 3 characters that I capped without because they buffed the XP orbs. When they buffed the XP orbs, I capped 4 more.
My Rhino?
I capped 2 within a week.
My Rhino was 100. My Rhino was literally 98 before I even finished my 150 quest. I wasn't even halfway through the 150 quest when I was 98. I was like, I'm not even at 200 yet. So that means I have to stick around here and bullshit around even when I'm level 100. Like, I don't get this cap anymore. I'm honestly about to just give everything and just fucking leave.
I'm not even going to give everything away. I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm taking a break. I can't deal with, this game's going down the drain because you don't want to listen to the community. It's just like any other game. You have a community, you have to. Okay, let's go back to let's say Call of Duty, for instance. You have guns that are overpowered in the game, and people complain about them because...
Well, Call of Duty is a great subject, because they basically brought Call of Duty into the game with the fucking guns.
You know what I'm saying, though? It goes back to Call of Duty saying, this gun's overpowered, or this is overpowered.
Like remember Advanced Warfare? The BAL 27 when it first came out? That thing melted everything.
But everybody in turn started complaining, oh, this gun's broken, and then on top of that, they added weapons that it was a pay-to-win game. Turned it into a pay-to-win game from supply drops. So,
at this point,
you have to listen to your community. You can't sit here and, I'll just add one little thing, but it doesn't change anything or make people want to do something to grind for it. And you have a variety of things, like vanities, for instance. If you have good vanities that people like, such as you have Pause, you have COP, you have MFA, you have SOH, you have, what else do you have that was farmable? You had, or not farmable, but obtainable now. You have Valentine's Day Eye Patch, the Furious Eye Patch, you have Engineer Uniform, all the uniforms, and you have these holo shields, the Crimson Holo Shield,
the Hard Light,
Violet, the Golden, and the
Hard
Light. These are all vanities that people love and love to mash together.
Yeah.
But if you add something that has a large variety compared to just one item that people aren't going to really... Like this Christmas event, you have the Red Star. That's probably basically the only thing that people like about this vanity. The only vanity that people like about this event.
And not even everyone likes it. It's more like I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, try to offend anyone here, especially my friends, but it literally looks like a gay boy's throne. That's what it looks like. I'm not even joking. It's what it looks like.
It only looks good on 2 classes. The mage and the bird.
Even the bird, it looks dumb. On the bird, it looks like fucking slimy pink goo.
It looks nice to me on bird. On mage, it looks decent. Like around where you're, like on your character, where your hands are starting to pop out of the fucking robe that you have on. It's green. It's got like a green around there, and then it goes up, and then it's red all over the rest of the body.
This is going to be a 20-minute long video. Holy shit.
Care? You can't... The thing is at the end of the day, everybody's looking at PL as, a way to have fun.
Right. And then...
standpoint, it's a business.
Right. And then we get you... that decides to speak up, and I'm going to put this in the video. I'm going to pop it up on the screen. Maybe I'll set it as the background the whole time that we're talking. But Slammed got banned for speaking his own mind. And the thing that triggers us most is that first Dalloway comments, it said, agreed 100%. These 3 issues need to be addressed in order for PL to become a decent game again. And then he says, there have been countless solutions mentioned by players, but none have been implemented. And then Cinco, this is what triggers us the most. And we're going to put this in bold and we're going to zoom in the video. It says, a fair and even-handed critique. We will miss your contribution with a sad face. And not even 5 minutes after Slane posted that, he got fucking banned off forums.
I'll read you the whole entire post out loud for those who don't wanna read it themselves. All right, so I straight up just gave the title as "I'm done!"
Buddy,
exclamation points
you
at sync.
turn that a little louder so I can hear it.
My dog had to go
Edit
out.
that out.
Yeah, my dog had to go out.
Alright, so I straight up gave the title "I'm done!" with 2 exclamation points and then put at Cinco.
Right.
So I began saying, I was like, I'm frustrated beyond belief about how STS has all these ideas that could be used to bring life, fun, and an economy back into this game. Instead, we get broken two-handed weapons. I love this game and have done nothing but support it, but I can only handle so much. Ignoring one of the best ideas for, I believe, 3, almost 4 years now. We get people expanding on that idea for one huge, colossal idea, including the implementation in Plat of this idea, because that's what Cinco is trying to get people to do, is to buy Plat, because they have to have some sort of revenue to keep the game alive, because it's always a business at the end of the day. I understand we only have one person currently working on 3 games, because Cinco is working on PLA, PL, and AL. And he's the only one working on PL, which is the least funded of the 3.
Right. We
But
got
like I
people
said,
like Just G. We got those guys. We have. I'm trying to think of the other guys' names that sometimes pop up. Like,
well, Just G just popped up how long ago? Not too long ago.
He popped up, I think 3 days ago. He was in Oakdale Town. He was in Oakdale.
Yeah, because no one. We were asking about the Christmas event and such. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
Anyways, continuing. I said this has been ignored for at least 3 years minimum. This isn't the first time hearing of it or the first given chance to do something about it. I can't stand by and watch this game go down the drain. So I decided to list. I straight up put like 1, 2, 3 the main problems that are wrong with this game currently. I said one of them is PvP isn't fun anymore. Currently, PvP is a huge part of PL that has now gone out the window due to the two-handed stat weapons, which in turn, actually, currently, until Christmas comes around, costs 2,700 plat. Or 2,750 plat. So keep in mind that platinum is 2,000. 2,000 platinum is $90. So do the math. That's 150, little less than 150 per pure stat weapon. And that's just for one character. So you can only use it on one. You can't use it on a mage. Only a mage can use it as a mage. It's class-based. So a mage can use a mage pure stat. Bear can use it, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So you can only use it on one class. I mean, before the Christmas update, 4-piece sets had a chance of killing pure stat, which includes the mage pure stat, which was the squishiest of all. Rhino was overpowered, but even still, the Rhino could still be beat by a 4-piece mage, or a 4-piece bear, a 4-piece bird, and a 4-piece mage. As long as you know what you're doing and the Rhino doesn't dodge too much. Now, after the Christmas update, we had before the Christmas update, we had 2,500 DPS in PvP, which didn't in turn give us that much damage due to the armor that every other set has. So now with the update, we have 4,000 to 6,000 DPS of pure stats in PvP, which turns into people doing, 2,000, I put 2,000 to 2,700 damage just from autoing. Keep in mind, we've never had this type of autoing damage before.
Right.
At all. It's the first time we've had this type of auto damage, and the speed of bird and mages is 0.6. Bear Rhino is 0.8, and I think Fox's might be 0.6. I haven't checked yet. Because I don't play Fox, obviously. I mean, this most of the time it results in a one-shot kill just by autoing, because the health is, what's the health? Mage is like 2,200 to 2,400. Bird is like 2,500 something. Rhino is 2,700 something. And Bears is 3,200 something.
Right.
And I don't know about Foxes. So, I mean, if you're one-shotting with one weapon just by autoing, not using skills, not using anything but just targeting the character or the enemy that you're targeting and just, autoing and, killing them instantly. That takes first of all, that takes all the skill out of PvP. And in endgame anyways. That takes all the skill that was involved in PvP. Given that there was very little miscap, that literally completely just breaks PvP if you're just auto one-shotting everybody. It's beyond broken.
Right.
So it's like you need to go back to fixing it to where you should do it the pre-Christmas event where you do 2,000. It's like 2,500 DPS, and you have, you can only do a max of like, what is it for mage? It's like 1,500, 1,600. Rhinos is like 1,700, but that doesn't one-shot you. You still have a chance to be able to kill, whatever you're facing on whatever class you're using with another pure stat or a 4-piece set if you so choose. But, to leave it as it is now, I mean, I understand it's the first day of the Christmas event, but to leave it as it is now, you're just going to kill PvP. That's a fact. There's no way people are going to stay around PvP. It's already been dying because of the two-handed weapons. So you can't really do anything other than fix it to make it balanced or to make it back to the way it used to be. So that's PvP. That's the main problem in PvP is the two-handed stat weapons that are completely beyond broken now after the Christmas.
And we already did the farming situation. We already said the farming.
I'll go ahead with the farming one. The farming one. Here's the farming problem. Farming isn't fun anymore. I mean, I kept 3 tunes after buying AK plat before the XP orbs were buffed in swamps. I capped 4 more after the buff of XP orb drops. I mean, some people play the game to love grinding for something. Some people play the game for PvP and grinding. Some people play the game to, farm, make money, da-da-da-da-da. Everybody plays the game for a specific reason. But currently, it's PvP. People play the game for PvP. A lot of the farming has gone down due to the drop rates and the amount of money you can make. And the desirability. All the people that desire the 100 sets don't need them or are new but can't afford them. The people who don't need them are the people who have already either farmed it or bought it from previous gold that they've had, or because prior to another update that came out during the 100 cap was the drop rates were great weren't they like overpowered? You could get like a easy term talent and wing and stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty easy in the beginning.
Yeah, so it was easy in the beginning and everything was cheap, everything was cool, everything was fun, but that sort of killed the economy for us, so they updated it to where, we can't get absolute shit now. So it's absolute trash to farm it. You could spend 3 hours, 4 hours in there and still not get a single piece of term, Altam, Fanam. So that's just, you can't, and that's not to take into account that you do three minutes, maybe. Sometimes people are good enough to do 2 minutes, 2-minute runs. So, it's like you can't have farming like that. We've never had farming like that. I mean, Kanzai we had farming, but that economy sustained itself from the time it started to the time it ended when 80 Cap came out.
Yeah, once 80 Cap came out, the economy, the community, it all went down the drain. It became complete cancer because we got people going around PayPal and stuff. We got people selling accounts. We got people trading accounts.
It went downhill after everything became tradable. Vanities, cap vanities.
And a lot of old gens, they quit because of that. Because all of that hard time that they grinded for their cop, they grinded for their dinghy, they grinded for their dragonite, it all became available to everybody.
Here's the thing about that. When it comes to a game that's already been out for a specific amount of years, everything I understand has to come to an end. That's fine. But for you to continue to try to keep the game alive, give us something to be able to do something with. Don't give us some half-ass shit. I can understand you don't have the funds to be able to, bring something brand new, something new that we've never seen before. I'm okay with reskinned items.
Like, why didn't they bring?
Is changed a few items, few numbers in code.
They could have brought the Dragonite bow back for this Christmas event, and turned it into, I don't know, let's say... Hey guys, make sure to stick around for part 2. I'm going to be having a part 2 coming out soon. This rant went on for about maybe an hour and a half, but I cut it down to an hour. But I still have to upload it as 2, so I hope you guys enjoy this rant. I know we're probably calling out a lot of stuff. We're probably thrashing a really good game that you guys like, but we have had about enough, and we got banned on the forums for speaking our own minds. We didn't want to cause anything. The only reason we're doing this rant right now is because we're triggered because we got banned. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys leave a like on the video and comment down below on what you think of this bullshit. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. It's gonna be coming out in maybe an hour after this. It takes a while for these to upload. They're like 40 minutes each, so I don't know. I'll see you then, though. Bye.